What's up, it's Joe with OCDetailing, and behind me we have Hugo working on a GT4 RS. We actually let him out of the attic for this one. He came down here, bless you, and he did his thing. He actually started by breaking this car down. Now, this is a white car, so white cars are like the nemesis of PPF because anywhere you have a line or an edge, you can see dirt. Like it's like and when the car gets dirty, it'll outline it like Tron. Sometimes there's places you absolutely can't avoid this, but if there's ways that we can avoid this, even if it makes our job a little bit harder, we're happy to do it. So I kind of want to walk through the things we took off of this car and the breakdown we went through just to ensure we could get the cleanest fitment possible. So you see this car is fully broken down. We actually have the wing off of it. We have the rear bumper off of it. We have the rear lights out of it. We actually have the quarter glass out right here. We have the vent, the carbon fiber vent right here. Oh, it's a GT4 RS. This is actually not a quarter glass. It's a vent. It's a carbon fiber vent. That's this thing over here. So we actually have that out, along with taking off the front bumper, taking off the door handles, taking off the mirrors. This ensures that we're able to get the cleanest distortion-free install that you can get when you're doing this, because sometimes if you try to work around that stuff, you might be able to get the film down, but you're gonna end up with big distortions because you can only stretch and move the adhesive and lift it up and pick it up and put it back down so many times without it causing some really ugly lines in the film. Again, sometimes you have those when you're doing like crazy installs where you get these crazy stretches where it's so much better to have one piece in a line, but doing all this stuff helps us really avoid it. You can actually see Hugo up here doing this fender that has this bottom piece down here that has a really hard stretch to get the film into there with no tension and get it to lift up, but we do it with one piece. Along with taking out the fender vent right here, this is actually pretty difficult too, but that allows us to wrap all the way in there. So you won't be able to tell this fender's wrapped from 1 inch away, let alone 1 foot, and it'll give the customer the truly seamless results he's looking for. GT4 RS is all done and it's behind me. So now I want to show you guys the finished results. You know, I showed you earlier that we kind of go through a pretty extreme process where we do an extensive breakdown of the car so we can make sure our wrap's as clean as possible. Now that that's done, let's take a look at the results. So this car's been fully wrapped with STEK DYNOshield. It's also been coated with CQuartz Finest Reserve. It is super shiny. It's like snow blinding me out here. Along with that, we ceramic coated the wheels and we coated like all this plastic trim, the hood inlets and the little piece in the bumper duct, along with the windshield cowl, and then we coated all the glass. We did 3M crystalline as well. So this thing looks amazing. Let's get a close-up of some of these corners and edges to show exactly why we did the removals we did, to show you how clean of an install it allows us to get. So right here, there's no hard line on either side of this. This is actually wrapped in here, it's wrapped in there, even our corners, which is actually really hard to do. A lot of times, even like pre-cut patterns, like they have corners notched because film does not like to sit down like this. I know some shops, they will round this out and they will melt film together and it'll be like a nub that's melted together to hold the corner in place. But we actually cut it, round it off, and heat it up to the point where it stays like that. and it ends up with the results where you literally can't see it being there. You can check out the corners over here too. What film? I'm just saying, what film? What film? Where's the line? Even on the inside, we make sure our lines are super clean. And that just, it's what we're known for. It's what we strive for. And the reason we do that is because for a long time, always, we do the best job we can. And then I name my shop OCDetailing, and some customer comes in and says, hey, can you make this better? And we're like, we'll try. And it's pushed us to get to evolve and get to as good as we are today and still keep getting better. I get surprised every now and then. On this car also too, because it's gonna experience some heavy track use, we did some extended areas, like some extra protection on them. So you have the big piece of film here, which we did the fender in one piece with this all down here. There's no relief cut or anything, but there is another piece of film we put right here that folds over to protect it from the wheel kick up. We also did an extra piece on the rocker right here. We did another one on the back of the rocker, and we did one back here so that when this customer takes this car to the track and it does get beat up a little bit, we won't have to replace any big pieces of film. We'll have these tearaways to just pull off. Along with that, we even wrapped the outside of the wing, the inside of the wing, all the carbon fiber, this duckbill in one piece with no seams. Now that you've seen the whole car, I know the customer's gonna be happy with it because I'm happy with it because this thing came out awesome. So I'm excited to see what the customer thinks. This is the 4th car he's done with us, so I'm sure he kind of knows what to expect. Thanks for watching. I'm Joe with OCDetailing. Please subscribe for more videos, or don't. Subscribe to see me yell at Alex from time to time when he walked me over into the sun with it now in my eyes. I'm just kidding, I walked myself over.